Well, life after service can be a challenge for veterans, and one of those obstacles is vision loss. But the Augusta VA has announced a new podcast to help veterans struggling with their vision. Graham Lee has the story.
Vision loss is a huge life change for anyone. This new podcast aims to give veterans dealing with that challenge some resources to help them.
We'll get veterans that come in and say, I wish I knew about this 20 years ago, because I've been having a hard time for 20 years.
The podcast gives blind veterans a chance to share their experiences, along with the health experts who work with them. Ashley Boyer has provided blind rehab services for nearly 15 years and says one of their other goals is explaining what blind rehab is.
It exists within the VA, and then also it exists outside in the civilian world, and people don't know that it exists. So they'll be wandering around with very poor vision, having a hard time being able to do things when they could get services, and they don't know about it.
VA leaders say the podcast is not only creative, but a way to step out of the box and reach an audience that doesn't get a lot of attention.
It's going to give them an audience that's specific to them, a program that's specific to them, and so it makes them feel valued, the fact that we're focusing on that particular community. But it's not just about Augusta. This has the potential because podcasts can reach a wide audience.
The podcast is already getting listeners from around the country, and Boyer says they want to help veterans and civilians get some valuable insight.
Because they know a lot of information, and they always say you don't know what you don't know. And that's where, it's another way we're trying to help them learn what they need to know.
Part 2 of their third episode will air on March 19th as they continue to give blind veterans a new outlook on life. In Augusta, Graham Lee, WJBF, News Channel 6.